Hey guys, Andrew here with the Reach Company. This is a general tutorial for those of you that are using our Church Essentials websites, where you're just replacing our logos, content, and colors with your own, and you have an amazing website. This tutorial, we are going to go over changing the colors for the entire site, changing the font choices for the entire site. Um, if you're looking at doing it on the like a page by page or on the module level, modules are the blocks here that we use for our page builder. There's another tutorial that walks you through using the page builder itself. And so be sure to check that out to just work within the page builder to change colors. In this tutorial, we're going to do it on a site-wide basis. We're going to update a lot at the same time. And we're going to click on Customize from the home page. This will bring up a toolbar over here on the left side of your page. And we're going to go to straight in. We're going to go to General, Accent Color. Accent Color changes the colors of links and the colors of links when you hover on them. Like a button is a link, and so you'll see here that like this button is blue when I hover over it, the same blue that's right here. Updating these colors is going to change a lot of the colors on your site in just an instant. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you this. We're going to change this color. I'm going to copy this because I'm going to change it back momentarily. We're going to change this color to this purple. And so now when I hover over an element, it should show purple. Some of you already have caching activated on your site, and so if you don't see the color change right away, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and publish your changes, and you'll see WP Rocket up here in the admin bar. Hover over it, hover over it, and make sure you clear your cache, and the changes should catch up. No worries there. It's nothing to worry about at all. This affects the menu for a lot of your sites. On some of your websites, some of the Church Essential sites, we actually use the page builder to set the menu colors. So if you don't see changes here based on the accent color, make sure to go see how we work in the header area using the actual page builder, and we change the colors using the menu module. Now I want to see the, let me X out of that. So we see that the hover has changed. Now let's see that the this color changes as well for some things. So there will be some text links that have now changed colors. You'll see it down here. And we're going to go ahead and change those back. So this should go back to the blue right away, and it does. All right, so that's how you change some of the hover elements, and that changes across the entire site, not just this page. Let's go back and let's look at headings next. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the heading color. Let's change it to that purple as well. And you'll see that as soon as I changed it, these headings right here changed as well. These headings, the sermon titles are headings. The latest messages are headings as well. And from this place too, you can also change the font that you're using for headings across your website. There's a ton of Google fonts here that you can use. And these will change all the headings on your website once you click publish. Now, you'll notice a few things here. You'll notice first that this next steps, it's still white and the font didn't change. And so let's figure out why that is. Remember that we're changing colors and fonts across the entire site, but if you have modules that are set to a different text or a different color, setting it on the module level overrides the site-wide settings you have here. And why is that important? It's important because this is your background colors change. You need to be able to see things on different backgrounds. For example, here, like this is a white heading on a darker background. If it was a dark heading, we wouldn't be able to see it. So let's hop into the page builder just so we can see how the colors work on the module level versus the site-wide level that we were just at. And we're going to scroll down here to next steps, and I'm going to click on this this heading module, and I'm going to come over here to style, and you'll see that the color is set here on the module itself. And if I click out of it, it removes that color, and it shows me a teardrop setting telling me I can select the color. And you'll see that the heading's gone away because now the heading is the same color as the background. And that's why it's important that you can set the site-wide colors, but you can also set it here in the module itself. Nearly every module that we have in the page builder has color settings that you can tweak for your organization, your church's color scheme. And so I'm going to go ahead and select this, put it back to white, and it should pop right up. And you'll also notice that over here I changed the font family, and this one didn't change. Next steps didn't change. And so we're going to look over here at why. If we're still not text editor, if we're still in the heading and we're going over to style, you'll see here in the font it's set to Arial. And so to change that, we would have to select default. And the default setting means that it uses the setting for the font family that we set in these site-wide settings in the customizer. So if you're making changes here and you notice that there are some things that change and some things that don't, just remember that you can set the site-wide settings, but there might be some places where it's set in the module itself that you'll need to go in and change. Here you can set the font weight. I'm going to change it to Lato. Lato is one of my favorites. And you can change the font weight to ultra bold. You can see it change right here. Here you can change, there's different heading tags. You see these H1 through H6. All that is the internet's way of saying what's important on your site. H1 is the most important. It's like the site title, the page title, all the way down to H6. And it helps the internet, helps Google make sense of how your site is put together. And so you can change the size, the line height, and the spacing for any number of your headings right here. Again, you can also do that in the module itself. For example, I have custom font size here. This is an H2 tag, and I have it set to 48, but over here it's set to 30. So this is the site wide, it's 30. So if I have this set to default over here, it would just go right back to that 30. But I want to keep it at 48. I like that size. So I'm going to go ahead and publish these changes and get out of here. And then back over here, we're going to change this back to that dark color that I'm using for headings. And we're going to change it back to Arial. And I had a bold setting for it. Now let's go to text. It's the same principle here. This is text here, and I think it'd be better to see here. And you can see that when I change that color, the text changes to this color. And if I change it back, it goes back. Same principle here. You can change the font family and the weight, the size, and the line height. That is how you update the colors for your entire site. That's how you update the font choices for your entire site. And also remember that if it doesn't change, it usually means it's because it is set inside the module itself, and the module settings override the site-wide settings here in Customizer.